What's going on, traders? Welcome back to the channel. Yes, I'm alive. I'm still trading, all this stuff. I just don't have time to post videos, especially daily recaps. I would love to keep doing them, but I just don't have time. And honestly speaking, I don't want to do videos after I come from work. I just want to relax and chill out. But I have some free time, and I want to talk about something because I've got a couple people asking me about this and what my thoughts are. And I figured I should make a video because, you know, why not, right? So hopefully this video is not too long. I'll keep it under, 20 minutes, under 30 minutes, but let's get into it. So this is obviously, as you can see, this is pertaining to Mac, of course, my favorite mentor. Yeah, so I guess on Fridays he posts student trades, and he posts trade performances from students. I have some questions. So let's dive into it. So first of all, right, this person said, again, before we get into this, I'm not trying to talk trash about Mac or this person. This is nothing personal, nothing at all. I just want some answers. Okay, I just want some answers. I want some clarifications. Okay, but let's talk about this. So this one's from 511 to 522. This is a 11 day period, right? And right off the bat, I want to say this, okay? And this is the questions that Mac should be really asking these people. Let's send these trade performances, right? He just kind of like, whatever, And I don't know, he doesn't really care, but whatever. So my first question is, what happened before 511? Like, what's your win rate before that? What's your win rate after 522? And we'll talk about what happened after 522. But what happened before 511? And why is it 511 to 522? Why not, 411 and 522? Why not 511 or why not 411 and 422? Why specifically this period? Well, I'll tell you why. Because it's a 100% win rate. That's why. Okay, easy peasy, right? And answer my own question there. So this person, he sent these 34 trades in a row, 100% winners, blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. Second thing I want to ask, what account is this? Because nowhere in this picture, in the screenshot, it specifies anything about what account this is. Is this Sim? Is this Prop Firm? Is this Live Cash? Or is this on playback? We have no idea, and Mac himself doesn't know that either. Okay? Just because the person emails you saying they're doing so freaking great does not necessarily mean it's true. All right, let's move on. So we have total net profit is $1,900. So I'm assuming this is, he's trading probably one or two contracts. He's probably doing one scalp and then like one runner. And supposedly that this person follows Mac's rule to the T. So that's just I'm assuming, because in the email that's what he said. So I'm assuming that's what he does. He does one scalp, 4 ticks, and then the rest he just run for the runner, right? So that's fine. So again, commissions $79, which is kind of low in my opinion, but whatever. Profit factor 99, blah, blah, max drawdown. So max drawdown, this is really interesting. And I don't know how NinjaTrader does it. I'm assuming the way that they consider max drawdown is when you actually have a loser and then it counts as your max drawdown. But since, he doesn't have any losers, this would be 0. And also, I'm assuming not every single trade went straight to profit. I mean, there's some trades that do pull back on you, maybe like a tick or two or a point, and then reverse, right? So if that's the case, they would have at least shown some kind of negative drawdown. But I'm assuming the way NinjaTrader works, or the way that they break this down, is when you have a loser, then it shows max drawdown. But since he doesn't have a loser, then it shows 0, which makes sense. Okay. And it also has total fees. So he has commission, it has total fees. Now, this leads me to believe that this might be actual like a cash account, because I don't believe that even on a prop firm that this is there. I know that on the prop firm you can set up the commissions, but total fees, I'm not really sure that it. I think it's only alive. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research, but yeah, 143 fees. I don't know what those fees are. Again, no clue, but whatever. Let's go continue. Like I said, it's 11 days, 34 trades in a row, blah blah blah. Average winning trade. So this is why I think it's that's why he's doing the runner, because it's 58 average winning trades, $58. Usually if he's just doing one contract and a scalp, it's usually around 42, 44, depends on what commissions you have. But this is 58, so that makes me believe that he's doing a two contracts, excuse me, one for scalp and the rest for the runner. And of course, largest winning trade is 158, which kind of confirms the runner, right? Because if you get a few points of a runner, this would show up here. An average number of trades per day is so basically 4 trades a day. So in my opinion, 11 days of trading, I'm not sure if this includes the weekend. Let's just look real quick. 5, 11 to 22. Yeah, so it includes, the 16 and 17. So again, I don't know if the Ninja Trader includes that, but again, it doesn't really matter because there's no data. So 4 trades in a day, it's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot. Usually when people get to this level, they usually take about 1 or 2. So to me, it's a lot. Something's I don't know, iffy about there. And average time in the market is 1 minute, which makes sense because if you scalp 1 point, the trades usually last less than a minute. So that's that. Okay, now let's talk about today's video, and I'll bring that up right here. This is today's video, 6/5/2026. Now, according to Mac, this is the exact same person that sent the other trade report or trade performance, right? And according to Mac, he said this is his second month of 100% win rate. Now, I think Mac is mistaken a little bit. I think, because this cannot be the second month, because obviously it says 5/1 to 6/1, right? It's an entire month. And the other one's from 5/11 and 5/22. So both of these trades performance are from the same time frame. So they cannot be from different months, obviously. Okay. So that's that. So let's break this down. Okay, this is interesting too. So I think that this, since it's the same person, okay, I think this is 2 different accounts. Why? Because like I said, this is same time frame. This is from 5/1 to 6/1. This is from 5/11 to 5/22. Okay, and they're both different, meaning the data is different. This has 33 trades. This has 34 trades. This has 1,300, whatever the fuck, and this has almost 2,000, right? Excuse my French. So I think these are 2 different accounts. It could be 2 different people. It could be. Not that I'm thinking about it. But I don't know. Because Max said this is the same person. I think it's 2 different people. I think Mac is mistaken. So there's no way this could be the same account because the data is different, right? There's, inconsistencies. But either way, let's just say it is from same person. Let's just say he's trading 2 different accounts. It's totally possible. Obviously, you can trade multiple accounts. And let's just say this is from a, different account. And let's break this down, right? So once again, we have a $1,300 win profit in 1 month, which again, it's nothing to brag about. Okay, $1,400 in 1 month. Let me just double check, make sure I'm not stupid. It's 5/1/6/1. It's entire month, right? Yeah, it's the whole entire month. Okay. So $1,400 in 1 month. Not exactly, nothing to brag about, obviously, but it's still a good amount, right? It's extra cash if you if you're doing this on the side, right? Which $1,400, I'll take it. I'll take it anytime. But this is also, it's closer to, looks like this person only trading one contract. But because this looks a little bit closer to the actual profit, right? So let's go down the list. Again, commissions 192, which is higher than he had the other account, right? Max drawdown, again, I talked about that already. And average trade is $42, which again, this is more like it if you're just doing 1 point scalps. This is more like it. That makes sense. And of course, the largest winning trade is $246. So, what's up with that? Did he just had one trade that he just let it go? I don't know. But supposedly that this person is, following everything how Max says, right? And going back to the top section here, so this gets interesting too. And you can clearly see the sim account is checked. Now I want to be completely clear, okay? I don't know and don't think that this is a sim account. Just because it's checked does not necessarily mean it's sim. Because if you haven't placed any trades between 5/1 and 6/1 on a sim account, they will not show up here. Why? Because there's nothing to analyze. If you haven't placed any trades on sim account, they won't show up here. They won't affect this. Why? Because there's no data to analyze, right? So again, I'm not saying it's a sim account. I'm not. But it could be, right? And the reason I think that, and I actually missed this section, should have just paid attention a little bit more. But again, going back to total fees, 0. On the other account, he has total fees. So that makes me think that this is not a legit account. And I mean, it could be a prop firm account because I don't think that there's fees on prop firm account. And let me just pause this and let me just double check. Let me pause this. Okay, so I just checked on mine, and on my prop firm account, this is also a 0. So this leads me to believe, can't talk. This leads me to believe that this might be a prop firm account, but again, I don't know. Okay? But my whole point of this, right? I'm not trying to talk shit about anybody, but Mac needs to ask these questions, right? And, in this video, this exact video, I think he actually shows this person's trade. And this, I'm assuming this is his trades, right, from the other person, right? I think maybe it's different, but I'm not sure. But my point is that Mac needs to ask these questions. He needs to ask, is this a legit account? Or is this on the playback? Or this is on the, sim account? And the reason I say playback is because you can manufacture this. Because you already know, obviously you already know what happened, right? And you can actually plug in commissions on the playback account too. And you can speed up the data too. You can speed up the speed that the price moves and just do as you go, right? Take your maybe a couple hours or whatever. But why would you want to do that? I don't know. Maybe get some kind of cloud or whatever, fame. I don't know, the 5-minute fame. I don't know. But my point is, this is very hard to do. This is very hard to maintain. It really is. Mac himself, the GOAT of the price action himself, said it that he doesn't have 96% win rate. That should tell you something, right? And I don't want people to come to his strategy new or people who've been trading and seeing this and thinking, oh yeah, I could do this. No, this is very hard to do. I can take a sample of my, I think December. In 1 month, I had a 95% win rate. It was actually, no, I'm sorry, it was 96.5. No, I'm sorry, 94.6. 95% win rate. I had it all entire month. I think I had I can't remember. I think it was 22 trades. I can't remember. But anyways, the point is I can pull it up too, and I cherry pick a little 2 weeks, 3 weeks where I had perfect trades, everything was good, and say, hey, I have 100% win rate. Hey, look at this, Mac. You know, I made it. This is, I'm gonna say this is, I don't want to say it's unrealistic, but it's very hard to maintain, and I don't want people to come in and see this and having these kind of expectations, because this is very hard to achieve, very hard to achieve, and it's very hard to achieve and very hard to maintain. It really is. You know, you're not a robot. You're a human being. You're gonna come in. You're gonna have a bad day, a bad morning, whatever the case may be, and you're gonna make a mistake. And it happens. It happens all the time. You're gonna make a mistake. Maybe on that day you weren't focused and you misread the price chart, and you know, pull the trigger, and whatever the case may be. Trump tweeted, and all of a sudden the price spikes up, and all this stuff. So I don't want people to, you know, have these, you know, expectations and these 100% win rate, this 96% win rate. No, there's a reason why all these successful traders that, you know, you see on, you know, on an unofficial Facebook page, on YouTube, whatever, they don't share their trade performance. They don't share their bank statements. They don't, because most of it is not true. It's hard to do, right? You know, the recent one with the Dan guy, supposedly he was trading with 100 contracts and doing so great and blah blah blah, and all of a sudden he was scamming people. It's like, what? Like, I don't know, man. It's his strategy is very difficult. I'm not gonna lie. He says it's easy to learn and this is not, and it is. Learning it is actually easy. It's fine, but executing it on live environment day after day, it's hard, man. It's really hard, and part of it because is his strategy is it's discretionary. I'm gonna say it right here. I think I said it before, but it's discretion. It's too much discretion. It really is. I mean, if you don't believe me, go and join his, not his, but the unofficial Max Facebook page, and post your trades and ask for people's opinion. I'm telling you, you're gonna get 6 or 7 different opinions from 6 or 7 different people, all saying different things. You know, one guy says it's congestion. The other guy, oh, there's a channel. There's another guy, there's no channel. The other guy says, oh, it's already played out. The other guy says, my neighbor Bill says it's not legit trade. The other guy says the signal bar is bad. The other guy says my chart looks completely different. I have yet to see everybody collectively come together and say, yeah, you know what, this is not good because this is what it is. I have yet to see that. Everybody has their own opinion about how they see the price, and that's the problem, right? And to be honest, I've been trading this strategy for 4 years. I just had my 4-year anniversary a few weeks ago, and I'm telling you right now, every time I drew a channel, I always, in the back of my head, question it, whether it's played out or not. Honest to God. And even though I got pretty good with it, I really did, there's always that thought in the back of my head, like, hey, is this channel correct? Is this, has it played out, right? And then of course the question of, has there been 2 legs? Is this a double bottom? Is this a doji, or this is a bearish or bullish enough signal bar? Did it close in the upper third? Is it an inside bar? Is it an engulfing bar? There's too many things that could go wrong with his strategy. There's not like a solid thing where, like, you know, like, I don't know how to explain, like if you take some of the strategies, and I don't know them really, the mechanical strategies don't exist, but I think that when it comes to trade setups, you need to be 1000% sure that everything checks off. And with his system, it's almost never the case. And that's a problem, Because when it comes to executing a trade and you're not 1000% sure that this is the correct trade, most likely you're going to have a loser, right? And then you're going to come to his chart reviews and look at it, and Mac completely skips over it, doesn't even acknowledge that there was a trade, that there was actually a losing trade, because he does his hindsight, right? I could sit here and do this shit in hindsight, and I can be the best. I could sound the best trader on the fucking planet, even better than Mac himself. But live environment, that is completely different. It is completely different. And the worst part about it is, you take a trade and it comes out a loser, and you're like, damn, like that looks like a perfect trade. You refresh your data, your historical data, and the chart looks completely fucking different. And you're like, well, what the hell? Like, you know, you look at the same trade that you just took, and there was no trade. The signal bar looks like shit. And you're like, well, what the heck? That's even worse. That is like one of the worst things that could happen. Like I remember like I think my second year, I remember it happened to me so often. I'm just like, this is why I quit the fucking 2000 tick chart, because 2000 tick chart is obsolete. It is obsolete. I remember Max saying that 2000 tick chart, one candlestick on 2000 tick chart, I remember vividly. I was like, because I couldn't believe he said that. He said that it represents 5-minute chart. Brother, the 2000 tick chart hasn't been 5 minutes since 2010. In what world? I mean, if you don't believe me, do me a favor. Go ahead, do this right now. Pause the video and go ahead, open up 2000 tick chart and open up a 1 minute chart. Not 5 minute, 1 minute chart. And I'll tell you, I almost guarantee you that today, especially today, Friday, the 5th of June, especially today, I bet you the 2000 tick chart look like a 30-second chart. And I bet you that 1 minute chart looks much, much fucking better. Fucking 5 minute chart. You out of your freaking mind. 5 minute, man. Even on a slow day, it barely resembles 5 minute chart. Barely. Okay? On a normal day, normal volatility, it's about 2 minute chart. 5 minute, you're delusional. I'm sorry, but you are. It's just, there's no way. Like, it's just no way. And thank God in this video he announced that he's going to retire at the end of the year. Thank God. I don't know what's going to happen with his strategy. I don't know if somebody else is going to come in and take over. I really don't know. But I don't know if he's going to make any changes. He says he's going to do, you know, he's not going to do trading full time. He's going to do, you know, part time here and there. I don't know what's going to happen to his channel. I don't know if he's going to still do the chart reviews. I have no idea. We have to wait and see. But man, you know, I get it, right? He's been doing it for 30 plus years. It's been working for him for 30 plus years. I understand. Why change something that's been working for him? I get it. I absolutely get it. But as a teacher, you also need to acknowledge these things. And you cannot sell your manual that's from 2005 that talks about a 2-point stop loss, which hasn't been existed in very many years, okay, and a 1-point scalp that is just obsolete, and not enforce a runner. I've been saying this for the longest time. His strategy shines, is required to trade with a runner to see any kind of steady growth, I should say. You can do this once with one contract and scalp for one contract. You can absolutely do that. But I'll tell you right now, it's going to take 5-10 years to build an account. I mean, it's just how it is. You can't take a trade with a 7-8 point stop loss. That is insane. And only capturing 1 point. That's insane. You're insane. You're absolutely insane. Anyways, yeah, I hope I shed some light on this. Again, The student trades that he posts, again, we don't know if it's live account, if it's sim account. We don't know anything about that. There's no indication of anything where the account is. Even Max, his own trades, we don't know if it's. We don't know. So again, I don't want to be like, you can call me naysayer, like I said, you can call me a hater, you can call me whatever you want. Share this video with Mac. Share with the person who sent this. Go ahead, share it. Tell him to get in touch with me. Comment down below. Let me know. I need some answers. I need some real legit answers. Email me. Let's have a conversation. I'm all about this. Okay? I am. I want to see those real traders that Mac always talks about that are doing so great. I want to see their results. Show me that with the account numbers and how many contracts they trade. Show me that. Don't show me this, whatever this is. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. But I think that's it. This video has been 26 minutes long. There's much more things I could say about this, but the thing is, it doesn't matter. Mac never going to see this video. This person never going to see this video, and that's okay. But I want to make sure that people who do see my videos, who've been trading his system, I want you guys to know that this is the reality of it, right? This is it. Take everything that Max says with a grain of salt. Thank you for watching. I got you guys next one.